Hello, my beautiful beings of shining light. How are you today? Today is April 21st, 2021. I'm out here in my outdoor living space by the river, in the forest, as usual, and it's a lovely day today. And I did something a little bit different today than I normally do when I come down here. I got my, I have a new keyboard that I use for typing. I'll show it to you. I have a little keyboard. I have a new keyboard, and I use it for typing when I'm writing and stuff. And I have a word program on my phone, and I thought I'll come down to the river and I'll write about what I was, like I had some things happening in dream time and I really wanted to write about them. And so I thought, I'll go down to the river and I'll take the keyboard. So I made a lovely case for it and everything. I sewed a case up. I got all down here and I went to go start typing, and I found out that my word processor doesn't work unless I have internet. I thought it would work but it doesn't. It doesn't work offline. And so I wasn't able to type about it. So I just jotted down some notes so that I wouldn't forget about what I wanted to talk about in my writing. And I have been going through some amazing time. I did a session with a person on Sunday, and I ended up bridging her to an Arcturian light ship, and that was very interesting. But some things happened on the light ship that I was wondering. I had questioned, why was I not able to see what she was seeing? And because she was seeing all this stuff going on, and it was like I was kind of standing there. I was asking questions, but I wasn't able to see like I normally would. And I kind of was like, what is going on? And so I've been asking my guides, why wasn't I able to see like I normally do when I'm taking somebody to their healing chamber, I'm taking them to a place. And I was told that because the Arcturians are very different, they have different kind of protocol, and you can't just go onto a ship whenever you feel like it. And I was facilitating for this person to go onto the ship to see her aspect as an Arcturian, and she was being shown things, but only her aspect was showing her those things. They were taking her and showing her different parts of the ship, but they weren't allowing her to go into other places. And she even asked if I had an aspect there, and they showed her my aspect, but then they wouldn't give her any information. They said that was between me and my aspect. And so I was kind of like, what was my aspect? Why? What? I kind of wanted to know. So I had been thinking about it all day yesterday. And last night when I was sleeping, my aspect showed me the information and showed me more things. And so I was just getting ready to kind of type up what happened, but now I think I'm just gonna have to remember it for later. And I'm sure I will, and I'll document all of that stuff later, and that is going to be in my book, so you'll be able to see that at a later date. So I drew a few cards before I came down here, and I haven't really looked at them yet, but usually I'll write about them and what I think that they're wanting to show us and all that. But because I had all that stuff going on with trying to remember and write the dream kind of stuff down, I decided that I would just sit here in the forest and I would just let you know what's going on with the cards. And I'm just gonna, instead of writing it all out, I'm gonna just kind of start explaining. So the first card I got was the Elven Ones. Okay, and this is from my Lemurian Starchild deck, and it says Divine Creation Codes, Starborn Architects, Divas, and Sacred Geometry. And what I want to do is, I brought the book that goes with it, and I just want to read to you what this card means by the person who created it. And this deck was created by Leanne Carpenter and Michael Kroon. Mikhail, I think is his name, Mikhail Kroon. And they live in Glastonbury. And I just want to read to you what they wrote about this card. Okay? So it says, Dear One, would you like to have a break from the density of humanity? Allow your light body to arise amidst the elves. The Elven Ones are holding hands in a circle around you, for a magical process is taking place. You are transcending human judgment and belief to become one of the elves. I see why they wanted me to come down and read this in the forest, because I'm in here with the elves. This is kind of interesting. You naturally start to feel lighter as one of the elves. Do you miss genuine love and compassion in some human interactions? The elves now show you a new way of living and communing, a way of love and peace. In their sacred circle, they show you that you don't need to compete or obsess about the perceptions of others. You can maintain togetherness by connecting to your light family. Or do you think you'll lose these connections in harsh human interaction? The elves show you about their communion with nature, how they can climb, jump in and out of trees effortlessly. They take you to their sanctuary, a place of love and healing. In the healing space of Elven Ones, you are given healing potions made with herbal tinctures. You close your eyes to invoke etheric travel across Lemurian forests and oceans until you arrive in the human world in your elven form, which is sparkly and blissful. You are invisible to denser consciousness, and you can laugh about the seriousness of humans when you see them from your light body. You see their worries, fears, and judgments from a higher dimension. Perhaps also feel compassion, and you are called to send light. The energy of laughter and spontaneity that lightens up the atmosphere for many. Then you are taken back to the Elven Sanctuary, and you are invited to celebrate, discover the joy of the Elven Ones. With defeats and heaviness or depression, they lift you up in pure bliss and the joy of being. Do you find that humanity doesn't always appreciate joy and lightness? You might be on a lighter vibration when you go back to interact with humanity. You will inspire many to let go of their heaviness, which also makes them notice you more. The more you dance in your love and lightness, the less lonely you feel, because you are bringing others up to your vibration. So what I have gotten when I've been sitting here is that because I'm in the forest and I'm really close to the elemental realm, I believe that I am really close to where the Elven Ones are. I am going to, at the end of this video, I'm going to add on a meditation to take you in and commune with the Elven Ones. So I'm going to add that on towards the end of this video, because I'm feeling like that's what they want me to do. They want me to connect you guys, everybody out there, to the Elven Ones. So I'll do that at the end. Then I drew the card. It's from my Brian Froud deck, and this is the book that comes with it. It's the Faeries Oracle by Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth. And I drew the pipers, okay? And when I was looking into the meaning of this, I think what they're saying, that what the piper wants us to do is, during the time of the meditation, when I bring the meditation through, They want you to listen to the sound of the water. Listen to the harmony and the music that comes through from the background of where I'm at, because I'm in the middle of the Elven world. I'm in the middle of the kingdom here. And they want you to listen to the music, because there's an underlying, other than just my voice, there will be underlying music as well that will help you. Then I chose the Star Children card from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle book deck. And it says, no veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration and light. And I'm going to read to you what they say in here as well, because it's just beautiful. And so it says, Dear One, have you felt your connection with the stars? You have the ability to see truth, to let it pierce through layers of forgetfulness. Allow the wisdom of the cosmos to shine on you so that it breaks up dense thought forms. Do you keep private about your cosmic insights? The message for you is to shine your light fully, so others start to feel the stars and planets that you are connecting to. If you have been misunderstood in the past, you can now start to create a bridge of communication. Would you like to put earthly matters into perspective? When you connect to outer worldly dimensions, you see that you are not limited to the collective thought forms of humanity. Then the human mind starts to lose its credibility. Lemurians have always been aware of their star heritage. Through their heart knowledge, they could distinguish the vibrations of different kinds of star beings that they connected to. Their relationship with their light family was based on love and respect. They welcomed the light that visitors from the Pleiades brought, based on an intuitive knowing of their vibration. If you feel that you are a starseed, that you are from another planet, then your family of light congratulates you. It's wonderful to discover your cosmic origins because it expands your consciousness. This story is open for each human when they are ready to leave behind layers of density and forgetfulness. Which stars and planets do you connect to? Just like each human has a unique face and fingerprint, so do they have a unique cosmic self. Guides from Sirius might come to you, or light from Arcturus. You are from many, many dimensions simultaneously. And this is something that I believe, and this is something that I talk about a lot, because we tend to be, as humans, we tend to try to compartmentalize ourselves, and we tend to try to figure out where we came from, and we try to figure out what star system am I from? I know I'm a starseed. What star system have I come from? Where, we all kind of we're curious about that. And we think that we're from one or two places, we don't really think we're from everything. And what I've been beginning to learn, and what I've been beginning to kind of have a knowing of, is that we're from all of it. We're from all the places, and we have aspects everywhere. Each one of us has aspects everywhere. Whether they could be good aspects or bad aspects, we have them. We have both. And we're all star children. All of us are. Every human in this world is a star child, because we come from a place where we are fragmented out to all different types of galaxies, and that's what I've been learning lately. And so I think that they want us to know that we are all star children, and especially if you're listening to this, you are a star child. And yes, it's important to visit and figure out your different aspects. But they want you to not get all worked up about it and all focused on only just that starseed part. Because you're human right now. You're a human in a human suit. And the aspect of you here right now is the one that's the most important to focus on. And they just want you to know that you can connect to all of your aspects anytime you want to. All you need to do is ask, and you'll be shown. And they showed me that this weekend with my person that I was taking into the light ship, because she had an aspect on the light ship, and her aspect, you know, talked to her and let her get a chance to get to know her a little bit. And she found a lot of similarities between her aspect on Arcturus, even though they have different jobs and they have different lives and they have different bodies. She found that there was a lot that was similar about the way that she works through things, about the way that she is, and the way that she talks with people, and the way that she communicates. And she found it very interesting how similar her aspect was, even though they did different things and they had different jobs, how similar her aspect was on Arcturus from her human aspect that she is right now. So that was interesting. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to go into the meditation or the journey or wherever I'm going to take you to the Elven Ones. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you see this and you're seeing this on Facebook or you're seeing this in other places, I put all of these videos up onto my YouTube channel. It's called Shine Your Light Network in YouTube. And if you really enjoyed this and you'd like to you know, view more of what it is that I create, go ahead and go over there to the YouTube channel. It's always put up there, everything that I do. And I also have a website where I have a bunch of things that I offer personally. I offer private sessions. I do Chiron wounding readings. I am an artist, and I have all my artwork up there. So if you're interested in any of the light-coded artwork that I create, everything's on my website. It's called www.calm, C-A-L-M, art, A-R-T, studio, studio.com. And I'd love to have you come over and take a look at what it is else I have to offer other than just the Shine Your Light. So I will see you on a different day, and I hope that you enjoy the meditation that I have put on here and you get something out of it. And if you do get something out of it, please let me know. And let me know in the comments. And just let me know what you think, and was it interesting, and all that kind of stuff. Because I like to get a little bit of feedback from my videos. So love you. So before I get going, it's a healing process. This is a meditation, and it's in the book that I'm going to go through the book, and I'm just going to do the healing process that they give us to connect with the Elven Ones. And it's in the Lemurian Starchild Oracle book. And so it says here, you can connect to the Elven Ones in any situation. Allow them to take you in their circle of light so that you start to feel the Elven energy. Imagine that you are less affected by gravity and easily able to climb tall trees. You are able to go to a higher vantage point in any situation. If there are difficulties playing out in your life, you can now see them in a new light. As an Elven One, you can now see the lightness in the situation from the purity and the light of your devic form. You can see the silliness of human worries, the overanalyzing and rationalizing of humans. You can see the divine plan of God, the cosmic process that brings a new earth of peace. You can see that everything is in order, despite what humans are thinking. Embrace this etheric perspective while you let go of judgments of the mind. From this vantage point, you are also seeing the sacred geometry in the Elven architecture. Just like the Elven Ones are natural architects for the divine plan, you are a divine architect for your life purpose. Receive and work with the sacred codes of creation to manifest heaven on earth. When you gently come down to touch the earth again, let the lightness of your elven form remain so that you can access it anytime you like. Now you are in the world, but not of it. You are free to dance, to step into new manifestations and new joys. You are able to see through the seriousness of humans, and yet engage with them, play with them, to create beautiful new manifestations. Anything that is created from this state of consciousness will be successful, and it will bring many joys to others. What do you see for yourself as the Elven One? Because we all have an aspect in the Elven world. Can you see yourself creating with the leaves and the trees and the moss that's on the trees? And work with the water and the crystals inside of the water. See yourself putting a crystal into the water, and allow the water to flow over it as it washes over the crystal. Look inside that crystal. What is the crystal telling you? What is the crystal showing you? Now allow yourself to sit in the beautiful stream. The water is not freezing cold, but it's not hot either. It's just right. And allow the water to just wash over you. And at this time, there is an Elven One attending to you. She takes the water and she fills a pitcher of water from the stream. And she begins to pour it over your head, and wash all of the denseness from the outer world that is upon you. And she takes a loofah and she puts some olive oil on top of it. And she starts scrubbing your skin, your arms, and your hands. She scrubs all around all of your limbs, and she goes down to your feet, and she scrubs and washes your feet with this beautiful tincture that she has put together from the elements of the earth. It's very soothing. Notice the sun coming down on top of you. And as you get out of the water and you sit on the side of the stream, the sun dries you off. Breathe in the air, this beautiful air, this refreshing air that's coming in, and allow it to go into your lungs. And breathe it right in through your heart. And when you go back to the dense, heavy world, remember your time here. Remember how you're feeling. And know that you are full of light. And that you have many special gifts. To pass on to the other humans in the world. It's time for you to go out there and actually shine your light out to the world. We're all star children. And we've all come from different places. And we have aspects all over the universe. It's time to tap into all of the knowledge that's inside of you. And remember, take all of the inspiration that is deep inside your heart and do something with it. I welcome the wisdom of the Elven Ones, the star-born family knowledge of plants and trees, and the kingdom of floral blessings. The Elven Ones enlighten me with the joy of starlight and sacred circles of unconditional love.